Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. You already know what time it is. It is Big Brother 22 All Stars premiered last night on my birthday. On a Wednesday birthday, what all can you really ask for? So I was content with, I said I wanted some lemon pepper wings and Big Brother, and that's what I did. I got a cake too, but my son ate up most of the cake. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. So it was there. It's still there. Whenever I might want to pinch off of it, I will. But I'm sure my son gonna eat it all up. But anyway, y'all don't care nothing about that. Let's talk about Big Brother 22. Now, last night, y'all know it was the premiere. They did a little yin yang competition, and I got some stuff to say about that competition because I didn't think it was fair. I thought the women had the hardest rooms. They had the rooms all the way at the end of the puzzle, where the men had the rooms all the way at the top of the puzzle. Kind of made me feel like they wanted a man to be the first HOH, but oops. Let's not go there. It was the first episode. For the most part, all we got to do is see who was on the cast, because for weeks we've been waiting for CBS to drop the list. We heard all the rumors of Josh and KC fucked it up and they had to quarantine longer, I guess, and they really didn't know who was gonna make the final cut. But of all the theory cast, like guesses, I wasn't shocked. Like, I was hoping for, I knew certain people were gonna be there. Okay, but I was hoping for maybe one or two people to be wrong, and I could have a shock and awe moment of the premiere, like, oh, so and so made it, and not, But no, pretty much everything that was on Twitter the past week, those were the people who were on the cast. I feel like it's gonna be a good season. I feel like they did a great job, and it was really hard for me to make my first list of the season. This video is gonna just be a quick run through of who's on the cast. It's not really a power ranking, but it's who I feel like has the best chance to win off of first glance. I'm sure I'm going to change my mind as they really get to start talking strategy. From what I heard from Twitter and live feeds updates so far, strategy talk hasn't really been that strong yet in the house, but live feeds have only been on for one night. And I have my top 5 fantasy team, which I will try. I'm not going to change my top 5. So these are going to be the 5 people I'm rooting for the season. So let's just jump right into it. Number 16, who I think has the least chance to win and who I would say is probably going to be the first boot, is David. Now, based on some things I saw on Twitter that we'll get onto after I go through my list, I had a Twitter conversation. I don't do Twitter beefs, but I will have conversations on Twitter where they felt like, because of the Black Lives Matter movement, y'all already know Cody won. So Cody is the HOH. That Cody would not, a person of color would not be the first person out of the house. And I was like, bullshit, like, don't nobody know David. He's not really an all-star. And I honestly feel like he was just put on the cast to check that box of male black person on the show. I wouldn't, as a black female, if David was the first boot, I wouldn't be upset, because I don't think David is an all-star. I think this was the wrong cast for him to redeem himself. I feel like he should have came back on a second chances season, or one of those seasons where they have 12 house guests and they bring back 4 more previous house guests for a second chance. I feel like kind of like how they did Davon that one season. Like, I feel like they should have brought him back for something like that. But I just don't see it for David. I don't. If anything, I can see him being dragged along as a vote. But I honestly, if he's not the first one out of the house, I see him being the second. So let's move on. Next is Christmas. Everyone on Twitter hates on Christmas. I honestly I would have preferred someone else besides Christmas, but seeing how Christmas broke her foot her original season, and she played the game pretty much that she had to play because of her broken foot, I am willing to have some excitement to see Christmas play all the way fully fit with her banging athletic body. Like Christmas, I might watch some workout videos. I definitely want to learn a 10-minute ab routine. Tell me the channel. But I just don't see her going that far. I saw on Twitter that they cut the feeds because someone said Christmas was upset that Josh wasn't there, and it was like, yeah, and Tyler's upset that KC isn't there, and then they was like, cut the feeds. That's the truth. I feel like that's the truth. We all know they all pregame. We not going to even pretend like these people were extremely shocked when they walked in the house and saw certain people. Like, certain people knew that they were going to be there, and we already know the pregame. So let's move on. Number 14, I have Nicole F. And I'm just going to throw number 13 in as Ian next. In my strategy world, if you won the season before, you got to go. Like, them are the two people I would want out first. If you already won, move along. Ain't going to be no two-time winners this season. Somebody who has not won before is going to win All-Stars. And I just don't really... I heard all the drama about Nicole F. saying that she got Derek and Ian kicked off of the invite list because they were pre-gaming. But I'm like, everybody pre-games and you can't tell me no different. I don't know how much I believe that. But Nicole F. has always irritated me. Like, I am one of those people who said that Nicole only beat Paul because Paul didn't have good jury management either season. And a lot of people only voted for her because they wanted a female to win that season. But moving on, like, she just irks me. I always feel like Nicole is a player who, she always had to have a showmance. Every time she was on there, she always had to have a showmance who kind of helped her along, especially that season with Paul. Like, maybe not her original season, but that season with Paul, she definitely used that showmance to get her to the end. And her voice irks me. So, I'm sorry. Moving on. Ian, I actually like Ian. I feel like Ian is someone who can be a two-time winner. And if they sleep on Ian for too long, he's going to win the game. That's why I said on this Angie's list, Ian is number 13 because I would get him up and out. Like, Ian would be my first boot, honestly, because he came on the season talking like, I'm going to lay low. I'm not going to win challenges. I want to be sleep. And then, but I'm like, you won the first challenge in your group. I like Ian. I do like Ian, but that's why I would have him at number 13. Now, number 12 is Bailey. Bailey is someone who I really, really, really like. Like, I love Bailey. I do. Her and Swaggy. But as I was watching the premiere episode, Bailey cannot control her facial expressions. Like, in those dead moments when Julie was talking, but the camera was still in the house, like, Bailey was side-eyeing people like... And then I heard Bailey wants to work with Tyler. And I'm like, that is the hugest mistake. Like, I would work with anyone outside of Tyler. Matter of fact, after what Tyler did to you your season, I would get Tyler up and out the house because he's just going to use you again. So I feel like Bailey is someone also, just from what we've seen on her season and over here on the challenge, she can't control her emotions. Like, she's probably going to have that early Davon thing where she can't control her emotions, her facial expressions, and people are gonna be like, nah. And so Bailey is definitely gonna go soon. I don't want to see it. I hope whatever alliance she can form can protect her. We shall see. I want her to last maybe at least to jury again. I hope, but I don't. If she can't control her attitude, which she couldn't on the premiere, like, she was side-eyeing the hell out of people. We'll see. Memphis is number 11. The only reason I remember Memphis is because over the past few weeks, I rewatched his season. What was that? Season 10 with Dan. Yeah, season 10. And love that season because I love Rennie. Like, Rennie was my girl. I I want to see Rennie back on the All Stars. Like, I really loved her. That was television gold. I really love her. Um, I wasn't too impressed with Memphis then. I think Memphis will be an early boot depending on what kind of alliance he can set up. And he doesn't seem like someone who really was pre-gaming. So people who didn't pre-game, I'm worried for them. Kaser, he came on. I can't remember Kaser for anything. Even when they showed his package, I was like, I just don't remember him. So I feel like in the package he showed, he talked about how he overplayed. He wants to make big moves. And he didn't say he wanted to change up his game. He was like, I'm here to make big moves. He want to get blood on his hands. So I'm like, yeah, you probably going to be one of the first. And if Twitter is correct about these live feeds, it seemed like he might be one of the first. Janelle, I have at number 9. I like Janelle. The only reason I have her at number 9 is because this is her 4th time playing. And just like those previous winners, I would get Janelle up and out. You've already played 4 times. The 3rd time is the charm. And I know you're talking about the 4th time is the diamond. No, ma'am. You're not going to make that work. Like, fetch, it's not going to work, honey. No. The 3rd time was the charm. The 4th time is just a privilege to be on the show. You need to get Janelle up and out. Because she's also someone like Ian. If you let her linger around too long, it might be hard. Number 8 is Nicole A. I really like Nicole A. I feel like the personalities this season, I don't want them to mean girl Nicole A. I already heard some shit on Twitter that I don't like, where Danny and Nicole F were talking shit like, we happy Nicole A didn't win because we curved her with her podcast. Like, we didn't want to do her podcast and we didn't want her to take that against us. And I'm like, oh, why would y'all curve her podcast? Like, she's so sweet. It ain't take y'all number 20 minutes to answer a couple of questions. Don't want to talk to y'all ass anyway. Not Danny, but Nicole F. We don't want to hear that shit over the YouTube anyway. Bad. But anyway, I need Nicole A to really, she got to do some devious moves, or people will use her as like that person they just throw on the block to get rid of somebody else. And I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I hope she can get with somebody like Ian and who else? Just get with Ian and whoever Ian working with, and you got to make your moves known, Nicole. Like, you'll have to get with Ian and then be the one to win HOH and put Ian on the block and get him out. Something like that. Next I have is Tyler at number 7. I put Tyler at number 7 because I honestly thought Tyler, he played a good game. He really did that season, and he just overplayed the game by making too many promises like they showed on that little clip. And he had a bitter jury, and that's how KC won, point blank and period. I never been a Tyler fan. The extra long curly hair is not handsome on him to me. Like, he was way more handsome that other season he played, but that's beyond the point. Tyler is a smooth talker, and I feel like he might can come up with an alliance, especially if he plays Bailey. I'm gonna be pissed if you let Tyler play you again. But if it was me, I would get Tyler. If I was Bailey, I would get my crew a Day, Danny, Cody, all them, and I would get Tyler on the block and out first. But anyway, number 6, who I almost had in my top 5, is Keisha. Like I said, I didn't remember Keisha, so I rewatched that season 10, so I can get familiar with her. And I really like Keisha. She was BFFs with my girl Rennie, and Rennie was the only one I remember from season 10. I just remember Rennie in general. I couldn't remember what season she was on. And I really liked her and Keisha together. I think Keisha could have easily been in my top 5, but I just feel like it's going to be some stronger personalities and strategy players over her that may knock her out of that top 5. In my top 5, number 5 I have is Cody. I really like Cody because I really like Polly, but I like Cody too. And I would root for Cody. Like, I'm happy he won that first HOH. He needed it. He said he didn't do any pre-gaming. And I like how he have the theory of I'm the first HOH, so an alliance is going to come to me because people don't want to be put on the block. There you go, Cody. I like him. Number 4 is Kevin. Kevin, I don't remember at all. At all. But as soon as I saw his personality, I was like, yes. Love. I've heard many good things about you, and I can't wait for you to play, and I feel like he's going to do good. Number 3 is Enzo. I've always loved Enzo and his gameplay. I feel like he can get far because it's going to be a lot more easier and bigger targets ahead of him. And if he can get in a good alliance, I want to see Enzo in a mixed alliance. And by mixed, I mean guys and girls. I don't want to see another all guys alliance with Enzo. That will get him in trouble. Number 2, and the only reason I have her at number 2, because I love this person the most, is Da'Vonne. The only reason I have her at number 2 is because Da'Vonne can have that attitude thing too, where she could possibly say something to tick an alliance member off. I hope she doesn't. I hope she doesn't. Like, I feel like Da'Vonne could win this season. I feel like she could win this season. She has enough practice from Big Brother and the challenge to where she should be able to maneuver through this. But I have Da'Vonne at number 2, Da'Vonne. Number 1, I have Danny. Danny is one of my all-time favorite players next to Da'Vonne. And I just feel like Danny may be able to control her words a little bit better. And Danny is very cutthroat, where I can see Danny cutting a Da'Vonne before Da'Vonne, who might be a little bit too loyal, would cut her. That's my top 16. I talk way more. When they get into more strategy talk and we get more live feeds, I can give y'all more reads and fun recaps. But for now, we just have the it was just the premiere. Y'all already know, like I said, Cody won HOH. What I thought was trash. Christmas broke her ankle fooling around in that backyard. And the first HOH comp was stepping on these platforms where some of them were wiggly and you could twist your ankle. And as soon as Christmas got, if I was Christmas, I was like, I ain't got to be the first HOH. I ain't about to fuck up my ankle on the first challenge again. Because everyone was like, oh, like the crashes. I was like, please don't nobody mess up their ankle. I just thought that was twisted of Big Brother. Like, y'all really gonna put, I mean, they didn't know Christmas was gonna win part 1, but y'all really gonna make the first challenge an ankle twister. Okay. I already talked about most of the feed stuff in the first part. You going to practice? All right. It's time for football practice. A little Twitter update. I heard that, this is a little bit from the live feeds today, I guess. Nicole F was having all-girl alliance talk, like she wanted to set up an all-girl alliance. Then she turned around and went to Cody's HOH room and told him all about it and who all was interested in having an all-girl alliance. And I was like, that's why Nicole F is trash. She needs to go first. I'm telling you, Cody, you should put up the winners first. That's what I would do. I would put the winners up first. Then I heard that his noms may be between Kaysar, Janelle, and Keisha. Someone told him they should target couples. So I guess he's going after people who have played together, like Kaysar and Janelle, maybe Keisha and Memphis, but I don't think Keisha and Memphis like each other. Don't put Keisha up. Kaysar, put up Kaysar and Janelle and then send Janelle home. Like, I want to see Kaysar play just because I don't remember him. I've seen Janelle play and I remember Janelle's gameplay. Like I said, the 4th time ain't no diamond. And then I heard that Danny and Da'Vonne are talking, trying to fill each other out. Da'Vonne was talking to the cameras and like, I know y'all want me to be in alliance with her. I'm working on it. She was talking to America. And then Danny was talking to someone else, asking them, should Da'Vonne be in our alliance? They were asking, someone was asking Danielle that. And she was like, I don't know, because Da'Vonne doesn't win competitions. And they had to tell her, look, she has been over here on the challenge and she knows how to win competitions. We think things will change. And so it seems like Danny likes Da'Vonne, but she may not want to fool with Da'Vonne because in the past on Big Brother, she might not be a challenge watcher. She has not won many competitions, or has she won any Big Brother competitions? I don't know. But that's a little bit of tea I got from the live feeds off Twitter. I can't wait to talk more. I can't wait for them to get more into strategy talk. I can't wait to see the pregame alliances form, or which ones actually form, which new alliances form. I just can't wait to dig into the season. And I feel like until Cody actually makes those first noms, they're still just, yeah, hey, I'm so happy to see you. Like, I feel like it's still all of that. And get Nicole out. Nicole F. I'm tired of her and all this crap she's doing on Twitter already. But you gotta take Twitter with a grain of salt. Like, I got the live feeds. Like, I paid for the live feeds. I got it on my Amazon account. But I just don't have time to watch the live feeds. I'm sorry, you all. It's plenty of other people who review Big Brother who will tell you line by line what's happening on the live feeds. They stay up all night and watch it. I like to review Big Brother, the strategy, and I like to read the players when they do stupid shit. I like to have fun with it. I want to have fun. All right, y'all. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, this is my first time having my YouTube channel and reviewing Big Brother. I will be reviewing after every episode, not once a week or nothing like that. And I want to interact with you all, get in the comments, and let's have a good time this season. I'm so excited for it. So, like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. Subscribe, and I will see you all Sunday. Sunday is the next episode. Bye.